Words in our minds are like pictures on the wall. We're reminded of them often, but until they live in our heart, we can't feel them. They don't change our way of thinking. When God's Word gets in our heart, it changes everything. What this means is that those who become Christians become new persons. They are not the same anymore, for the old life is gone. A new life has begun. That's in 2 Corinthians 5:17. In my testimony, I was saved as a child in VBS. I truly believe that I was sincere when I asked Christ to come into my heart, and I believe He did. I became a new person at that moment, though I felt the same as I always had. What happened was spiritual. It had nothing to do with emotions. I don't understand how a newborn baby can live without growing, but it was 20 years before I started to grow. I know that it's because I never fed on God's Word and I didn't attend church, so I didn't get the nutrients that I needed to grow. I guess this is a little like the little red bud that I found growing by the creek, and I transplanted it in the pasture just outside my yard, out of reach of my water hose, and the soil was hard red clay, and so it didn't grow. It's been at least 25 years, and today it is only about maybe 8 foot tall at the most, and it has been a slow growing tree. I'm amazed that it even lived. So it does still live, but it's stunted. And there are many things that happened years ago that I'm just now seeing the picture that God was using to teach me His truth. I had no idea when I transplanted that little red bud that God would speak to me through it. He is faithful even when we're not. If we are unfaithful, He remains faithful, for He cannot deny Himself. That's in 2 Timothy 2:13. He said, "For if you confess that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God hath raised Him from the dead, you will be saved." That's in Romans 10:9. And verse 10 goes on to say, "For it is with the heart man believeth, and with the mouth he confesses." I didn't look that up right now, so I may not have worded it properly, but that is teaching us how we accept Christ into our hearts. God knows all about whether as a child, whether I accepted Him into my heart or I just mentally accepted Him in my head. I don't know, but I feel like I've sensed His presence several times since then. I will explain from time to time how He conversed with me, how He drew me to Him to teach me things that happened a long time ago. So I'm not sure about when I was saved, but I am sure that I am.